Hey, it's Jeremy, or as some people know me, Pastor Jeremy. I am a avid fan of the 1980s and the 1990s. I grew up in the 80s, and this is my son, Toby, who really has never collected cards. He's gotten some cards from me. He's gotten some cards from my older brother, his uncle David, who gave him a bunch of Hall of Famers and things like that from the 70s and 80s, and so he doesn't really know a lot about cards. So I thought it would be fun to do a wax pack break of the 1988 Topps set. I was 10 years old when this set came out, and I was kind of talking to my older brother about wanting to buy a box of cards, and out of nowhere, my awesome brother, David, decided to send me in the mail a complete 1988 wax packs box, 36 cards, just to relive my childhood. So, Toby, this is what they looked like, right? Mm-hmm. And I said before, if you open up the packs and take a whiff, you can still smell 1988 all over these cards. Now, what do you smell when you smell them?
Just not good.
Just not goodness. But these came with gum in the cards. And as one of the people on our Facebook group mentioned, the gum is probably as stale now as it was in 1988 when these came out. But the 1988 set didn't have a whole lot of star power in way of card value, but there are great players in here. And so there's the Tom Glavine rookie card that kind of people run after, the Roberto Alomar rookie card. I'm also hoping that a Jose Uribe card might be in here, because if you get on eBay and look, Jose Uribe, who was a common everyday shortstop for the San Francisco Giants, for some reason has become a big joke on the internet, and now all of a sudden his 5-cent card is selling for $925 or $1,300 on eBay. Can you believe that? No, you can't believe that. So, Toby, you don't know really anything about 1988.
No.
Because I was 10. So, you won't even know any of the people in these packs. But what I wanted to do was let my son relive for me, the enjoyment and just the elation that came from opening up a wax pack, seeing what you got in there, and just kind of talking about some of the cards. So we're going to stop the video now, and we're going to transition into an overhead view and have Toby and I open up a few wax packs and just see what we get. And maybe that might relive some nostalgia for you if you also were a child that grew up in the 80s collecting baseball cards. All right, so as you can see here, we've got the box of the 1988 Topps set, Don Mattingly on top, which Toby was your Uncle David's favorite player, Don Mattingly. You've got Gary Carter on the side. You've got Matt Noakes, All-Star rookie here, who unfortunately, too bad for Matt Noakes. So everybody thought he was going to be a lot hotter hitter than he was, but that's okay. Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer. And then on the bottom, it's the Darrell Evans, Tony Gwynn, John Kruk, Marvell Wynn series. If you look on the side here, you can see there's different sets on the bottom. For me, I think I would have liked the set 4 with Ricky Henderson, Nolan Ryan, Mike Schmidt, and Kent Tekulve, who was a very unorthodox throw. He threw sidearm, submariner. Right, Toby? All right, so we're going to open up this this box. As you can see, we've got 36 packs in here. We're not going to go through all of them, right? Mm-mm. But at the end of this video, I am going to show you what we're going to do with these wax packs wrappers and the gum, also in a video attached to this one, right? So Toby, go ahead and reach in and grab a box and open it right here so we can all see it. So you got to be very careful with how you open these, right? No, you've never done this before, right?
No.
You've only done the foil ones,
yeah,
right? Like the new Topps, but this is a wax pack. You can see the waxy wrapper. So,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and open that up. Trying to be as careful as you can to open it. Look at that. Oh, folks, he did it. And go ahead now. And let's take those out now. You can just leave the wrapper like that. What's it say here? A superstar. Be a superstar, say no to drugs. Okay, so there's your public service announcement there. There's what a wax pack wrapper looks like. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, Toby, what do you got there?
A weird looking piece of gum.
So weird looking piece of gum. And unfortunately, that gum does not smell like gum anymore. And it also is probably the same consistency that it would have been in 1988 when you opened it. I mean, it was hard and you chewed it for about 3 seconds until you spit it out. But we would go to the hobby shops and the card stores and things like that. So what you always had your cards that were half were flipped one way, half were flipped the other way. So you always found the top, right, and flipped it over. So go ahead and do that. It's just kind of that was my good luck charm. You found where the break was, right? Find that in there. Okay, and I'll flip it over. Okay, and now Toby, let's go through these cards. Hold them up for the camera, and let's see what we got. We got Dave Lopes, the stolen base master from the Astros. Let's hold it out like that a little bit. All right, so we got Dave Lopes. Put that one down. We got Tim Cruz on the Dodgers. I always thought it was interesting that the Dodgers had the pink text instead of blue, but we have Tim Cruz here. Oh boy, I was a Cardinal fan in the 1980s, and 87 was a great year to be a Cardinal. That's when these statistics would have been, right? But so 87 was the statistics when the Cardinals went to the World Series against the Twins. So good year to be a Cardinal fan in 87, but in 88, when this set came out, it was a rough year to be a Cardinal fan. But Danny Cox was a key component of that 87 team. We've also got an Indians team leaders. These were inserts that they would have. Each team would have their own team leader card. This is Cleveland Indians. And just so you're aware, the most wins on the 1987 Cleveland Indians was 7. Scott Bales, Tom Candiotti, and Phil Niekro, each with 7 wins leading the 1987 Indians. That's not a lot. There's probably a reason why they were used in the movie Major League. And the leader in home runs was Corey Snyder with 33. So there's Corey Snyder on that card right there with Joe Carter, Indians leaders. Now here's do you know who this is?
No.
That is, what's it say?
Andre Dawson.
Andre Dawson. Now he's obviously on what team?
The Cubs.
The Cubs, and we don't like the Cubs, right? Yeah. But Andre Dawson, also known as Hawk, my friend Dave McKinney will flip for this card. So Dave McKinney, this is probably coming your way. This Andre Dawson, he was the league leader in runs batted in. So we got an Andre Dawson All-Star card. Oh, record breakers card, right? What's his name? Benny Santiago. Okay, what do you think Benny Santiago broke the record for, Toby? Any idea?
Most hits.
Most hits. Toby says Benny Santiago broke the record for most hits. Let's find out what it was. Benny Santiago set the 34-game hitting streak for a rookie. So 34 straight games, he got a hit. That's impressive even by today's standards. And even more so, Benny Santiago was a rookie when he did that. Now we have another Hall of Famer, Alan Trammell, who played for the Detroit Tigers. And he teamed up with Sweet Lou Whitaker, who played second base. Here is Alan Trammell, the All-Star, who was 6th in the league in runs in 1987. This, Toby, is just a mail-in offer. You send in $7.50 and 18 of these cards, and you would get the complete set of All-Stars and Hot Prospects, and then you would get one of these 6 sets that were down below here, and some of these still sell on eBay, but that was an insert for getting a special set. Who's this?
Jimmy Key.
Jimmy Key. Now, you don't know much about logos. Do you know what team Jimmy Key played for by looking at that?
I don't.
You don't know?
No.
That's the Blue Jays.
Oh, well,
That's the Blue Jays. Jimmy Key was an all-star in 1987 with the Blue Jays, and he was 2, 4, 6, 8, 9th in the league in wins with 17. I bet the Indians could have used some of those 17 wins instead of the 7 that they got out of their best players. Now we got Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans, who played for the Red Sox. Hold those cards. There you go. Dwight Evans. He was a monster on RBI Baseball on the Nintendo. And he was a monster on the field as well. Dwight Evans. Who's this?
Juan Samuel.
Juan Samuel. Juan Samuel is how you pronounce
Oh.
that. He was a second baseman for the Phillies. It's a great picture. What do you think's going through his head right now?
That he's getting his picture taken, probably.
He doesn't look too happy about it, does he?
No.
No. So sometimes they catch him off guard. Now we have the third baseman for the Blue Jays, Kelly Gruber. That might be a... No, that's not a rookie. He played for a while. 84, 85, 86, and then 87. Kelly Gruber on the Blue Jays. And we got a Reds outfielder, Terry McGriff. Oh, Reds catcher, Terry McGriff. I thought he played outfield too, but guess not. This man, what's his name?
Jesse Barfield.
Jesse Barfield had a cannon for an arm. I once saw him throw a pitch from right field to the catcher about 4 feet off the ground, and it didn't even loop through the air. It was a straight laser beam from right
Whoa.
field to the catcher. This man had a cannon for an arm, and he could also hit. Another White Sox player, just after they changed their logo to that cursive C, that's Gary Redus, longtime Reds player. And then Jim Pankovitz, who I can honestly say in all my years of collecting cards, I don't think I've heard of him. But it seems like this guy, strangely enough, has been playing for 4 years. And any guy who's in the major leagues is good in my book. So Jim Pankovitz. So if we look at our cards and we say which ones are probably the ones that we would want to keep out, I would probably say an Alan Trammell. The only problem is I think it had the gum attached to it. Yeah, see?
Oh.
So you got a gum stain on it, but that's okay. You've got the Benny Santiago record breaker. That's a fun card. The Hawk Dawson card. That's fun. Anytime you got Joe Carter on a card, that's good too. So again, good set, good break there for that pack. All right, Toby. Reach in. Now, you can do what I used to do. This is what I used to do, and maybe some of our viewers used to do this too. Whenever I'd go to the store, these would be sitting on a shelf like this at the checkout at a grocery store. I would never take the pack off the top. You know what I'd do?
Take it off the bottom.
Or the middle. So I'd reach down and take one from right around in there on the middle. So why don't you try that? And I said, that'll always give me the best cards. So reach down in there. It could be that pack. It could be there. Either any place you want. Oh, he's not gonna. Is he gonna go there? Yeah. He's gonna go there. All right. So go ahead now and let's open up the next pack on our Oh So Gently. Okay, not quite that gentle. When I was a kid, it was you rip them open. I don't think I have any Wax Packs wrappers from back in the day. Uh-oh, I think I know who this is. Look, what's that say?
I can't see.
Don.
Oh, Mattingly.
Don Mattingly. This guy here on the front, only that's his all-star card. And that was your Uncle David's favorite player. So why don't you do that break, flip them over, get them all going the right way. Oh, there's our delicious, delicious gum. And I'll show our viewers what we're going to do with this gum at the end of this video. All right, flip those over. Oh, we got an insert card, so we can take that. All right, let's hold them flat like that so we can see them. All right, first player.
Dennis
Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley. Now, Dennis Eckersley, or the Eck, had an amazing wind-up as a pitcher, but he also he started games, but then later in his career, he moved to closer, where he got the outs at the end of the game. He also played for the Cardinals for 1 year. So Dennis Eckersley, that's a good card. And in 1987, Dennis Eckersley had 16 saves. So it was right at the beginning of his switch from starting games to closing games. All right, now we've got a Dodgers leaders card, kind of like that Indians card we got, right? So you've got Pedro Guerrero, and you got Fernando Valenzuela from the Dodgers. Let's see who their leaders were. Leaders in home runs was Pedro Guerrero with 27, and their leader in wins was actually Oral Hershiser with 16. So, fun. Next, we've got George Hendrick. He played for the Cardinals too, and as an Angel on RBI Baseball, this man could hit a ball 500 feet. So that's why we always nicknamed George Hendrick 500-foot Hendrick. George Hendrick. Who's next? Rob Ducey. What team does he play for?
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
It says it right there.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good for you. Ooh, a very young John
Smiley?
John Smiley. Yeah, John Smiley, who later played for the Reds, but this might be a rookie card. John Smiley. Next we have Rick Russell. Right? Rick Russell's a big guy, and Rick Russell is actually from Quincy, Illinois, close to where we're from in central Illinois. So he was kind of like a local hero. But Rick Russell. Now we've got another Yankees leader card, and we've got Willie Randolph and Dave Winfield. These two players here, second base and outfield here on this. But this has got some gum residue on it.
But wait, that wasn't on the...
Yeah, it was. Remember, it was flipped over.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So this was the card on the bottom. So that's good. Got another one of those inserts. Got another one of those insert cards. All right, another Hall of Famer. Robin Yount. He's in the Hall of Fame, Toby. And this guy was an amazing, amazing player. Had a long, great career, great outfielder, and also just a great player. Jim Dwyer on the Orioles. Moving on. Oh, Spike Owen. Spike Owen was the guy that you would take out of your lineup in RBI Baseball and replace him with Tony Armas, but I don't think we got a Tony Armas card here. Dwayne Boose. Dwayne Boose plays for the Angels. Danny Darwin, who played for the Astros. We've got a Steve Sachs, who played second base for the Dodgers. We got a Wallace Johnson on the Expos. Love those baby blue uniforms. Aren't those sharp on the Montreal Expos? And then probably the best card in the pack, this Don Mattingly All-Star card. This was your uncle David's favorite player, Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly here, 5th in the league in RBIs with 115 RBIs. And this one does not have a gum stain on it. Looks in pretty good shape, but there is some wax residue on the back. But you know what? We're doing this for the fun of it. So if I was to say the best cards here in this one, Don Mattingly is a good card. The Robin Yount would be a good card. The Yankees leaders, just for the Dave Winfield, is a good card too. And then, of course, anytime you get stars like Pete Guerrero and Fernando Valenzuela, that's always good. So that was pack number 2 of 36, Toby. Pack number 2 of 36. Let's put these cards here. And now I'm going to open a pack. Okay. And we'll see how we do. Now watch, I'll rip it. But I haven't done this for a long time. So this is I let you do the honors in breaking those first cards, and I've already ripped it a little bit. But looks like we got an Atlanta team leaders card at the beginning there. You did this much better than I do. I think I just am so excited about opening it that I just kind of rip it open. But when I was a kid, it was just rip the thing open. All right, there's our gum. Pry that off of there. I will give you $100 to eat that gum. Will you do it?
No.
No. Your mom wouldn't let you do it either.
And also, I'd rather keep my teeth.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, look, we've got a Matt Noakes who actually was an all-star in home runs. He didn't rank anywhere with home runs, but he was, at least they were listed on the back of his card. So we got a Matt Noakes who is also on the front of the box. The Matt Noakes on the box. Dan Quisenberry. Dan Quisenberry was a submariner. He did one of these underhand deals. We have Andres Thomas on the Braves. We have Stan Clark, Sean Hilligus, Rock Raines. Is that what it says, Rock Raines?
No.
Why do you think I call him Rock Raines?
I don't know.
Because that's his nickname.
Oh.
Tim Raines, who was a speedster. That's a good card. We're going to put that off to the side. Donnie Hill in some really sweet glasses.
Yeah.
Those are some sweet glasses, like the Napoleon Dynamite glasses,
Yeah.
right? We got the Braves leaders. Unfortunately, I can only name one of those players, is Dale Murphy. Those of you that are Braves fans, and I actually live south of Atlanta, I'm sorry I don't know the other players. Let me take a guess. Deion James, Gerald Perry might be on there. I think that one of those is Gerald Perry on that card as well. We have Jim Eisenreich, Mike Birkbeck, Carmelo Martinez on the Padres. We got the Cubs leaders here. Cubs leaders, which I'm interested to find out who the Cubs leaders were. But Bill Wilkinson, Jody Reed, and Stan Jefferson. Now, Toby, of the 3 packs we've opened, yours were by far the best. This would have been concerning as a 10-year-old me buying this pack, even at 40 cents. If I bought this pack for 40 cents, I would be really upset because what I just got here was really nothing I could use. The Tim Raines card might be fun to have, but it probably wouldn't have really done anything for me. But we're going to put that on the top of our other cards and be excited the fact that we at least got a Tim Raines. But the rest of those cards in that, I got one word: yikes. Okay, so we're going to end this video for now. We're going to do a couple wax breaks in a couple days and post an update on if we got anything new and keep adding. But I do want our, well, you know what? We'll hold off on explaining that, what we're going to do with the wax pack wrappers and the gum. We're going to hold off on that until our next video. Okay. Got it?
Yep.
All right. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Good.